So about a month ago we got to the point where all 4 of my vehicles were off the road with mechanical issues, and since then I've been slowly trying to piece them back together to get them on the road. And even though we've fixed the Galaxy of its mechanical problems, it still has some issues, but I'm hoping because these issues are not mechanical this time, I can actually fix them myself. Okay, so before we start, I think I need to explain. I'm going to be heading out on this episode into the wild in the hope of hunting around for a Volkswagen T6 to be using for the next few episodes thereafter. But as I mentioned, all my other vehicles have got mechanical issues, so we're left with this one to use to get us up to where we need to be for the T6. However, this vehicle has some serious issues itself, and those issues are this. Yes, the damn phone holder that I use to hold my phone so I can use my sat nav. It's an absolute atrocity. Look at the state of the mess around here. It was on the window, it glooped all over the window, but the worst of it is, in the morning you set it to north, and by the end of the day it's set to south. I can't use it, and that's not to mention the amount of times it's nearly fell off while I'm driving and I've had to catch my phone. So it needs a serious upgrade. And instead of just buying a new phone holder, I thought I'd upgrade my car stereo instead to this, the Toto X10. All singing, all dancing, bells and whistling, top of the range car stereo. And one of the most amazing things it does is link up to my phone so it can be used as sat nav, meaning I'm never again gonna have to stick my phone on that sticky, useless holder. We do, however, have a bit of an issue. Namely, we've got to install it. And being as my stereo that's in there already is an equivalent to a Betamax video from the 1970s, but this thing could probably launch you into space, means that this installation could be a little bit difficult. So it's going to go one of two ways. It's either going to be a few seconds montage for you guys to enjoy, and then in there it is, or it could be hours of heartache and hair pulling and then days of searching around to try and find someone to help me install it properly. Let's see how this one goes down. Well, happy to announce, fully installed and looking great. And also happy to say that the installation went pretty easy and pretty swimmingly, and mostly due to the fact that a Toto advised me really well on what kit to buy for this car to link the stereo up. It came with all the wiring harnesses I needed and all the faces just to sit it nicely, and with a few minor tweaks that were quite easily doable. Yeah, I think I've done quite a good job. And I should say, like I did earlier, this stereo is fantastic. On the back of it is just ridiculous. You can plug in all your speakers with RCAs, 2 subwoofers, 3 amps, a dash cam front and rear. You can plug in a DVD player with video and audios in, or a webcam. It's got an optical input. You can plug 2 external hard drives in, one for your dash cam, one for your media, movies and music and such. And it's even got an HDMI 1.4 port to plug in a game station of some sort. It's ridiculous. It's got GPS, Wi-Fi and 4G LTE, and you can even install a SIM card here, so it can be a standalone unit away from your phone. It runs on Android, so it's got the Play Store, so you can pretty much install anything you want onto it. It ties in seamlessly with Android Auto, and I would assume also CarPlay for the iPhone. And then it's got a few little apps that are pretty useful for when you're driving or for your car. One's called Talk, and it's kind of an OBD app, so you haven't got to have the device. It just links up and you can see what's going on with your car. And then on top of that, of course, it's got the AI. Now, I have set the AI up, but I haven't had a proper play with it. But I'll say this about AI in general: it's still in its infancy, and it's a little bit laggy, and it's still not quite where we all want it to be. And I assume this one's going to be a bit the same. And on top of that, one thing with AI as it's growing now is it's not free anymore. You've got to pay for it, and this one's the same. You do get some free stuff with the AI on this, which is usable, but if you want to use it all the time, you're probably going to have to subscribe, as you would with any other AI package out there these days. But I've got 4 chatbots installed on this. One is the system chatbot, and then there's 3 that actually have conversations and advise you on that. So maybe a little bit in this episode, but certainly in future episodes I'm going to be testing and trying those out just to see what sort of giggle we can get out of it, more than anything. There is of course 100 other things that this thing can do, but generally speaking I'm really impressed with it. Look at the quality of the screen, 720, and you wouldn't know it's not 4K. That's really high quality. And I'd probably say one of the stupidest things, but the best for me personally, that I've installed that came with this is the fact that I can link up my little controller here. It doesn't do much, but it does just enough so I don't have to keep reaching over there. So good. Obviously I'll leave a link in the description and chat where you can go and check it out, and there's loads of offers on at the minute with this particular head unit, but for now, hey, let's get ourselves into the wilds. Oh yeah, first, some supplies. Hey Pico, I'm heading up to the Peak District, a place called Ashbourne. Can you tell me some interesting facts about the place?
Ashbourne is a charming market town located in the Derbyshire Dales district of Derbyshire, England, often considered the gateway to the Peak District National Park. Here are some interesting facts about Ashbourne.
No.
1.
No.
Historical market town. Ashbourne
It's near Derbyshire.
I
know, you told me. It's near Derbyshire. Pico, stop!
In the 13th century and hosts regular markets.
It won't stop.
2.
No, stop!
Ashbourne boasts many well-preserved
Pico!
historic buildings.
Stop!
Timber-framed
Mayo!
George's
Miko!
the
Shit, I don't know its
St.
name.
Oswald's
Oh,
Church, which
crying
dates
out
back to the
loud. It's
15th
gone
century.
mental. It's still going.
3.
God,
The
stop!
Shore Type, a traditional game
AI's
played in the
taking
streets
over,
for
man.
100 years. It
going
involves
mad,
the
look.
entire town and features
Only asked for a
very
few fun
rules.
facts. Bleeding epilogue the size of the dictionary. Shut up! What's the command to stop it? What the hell? Moving on. Right, I've got to stop a minute. This is driving me nuts. Look at the ruddy state of my window screen. It's just got spits and spots all over it. And that thing's doing nothing. Damn it, still looks crap. Good news is, we're nearly at the spot for the night. It's only a few minutes away, and I'll be honest, we have stayed there many moons ago, but when we stayed there, we got there late, it was dark, it was foggy, and we got accused of dogging. So hopefully, that won't happen tonight, and also, we'll get a bit of a view, because we've got about 45 minutes or an hour's worth of light. Like I say, we're pretty close, about 5 minutes away. And to be honest, it could do with being a little bit sooner, because my cat bladder's set to burst. I really need a wee. Oh, this is tight. Not what I'm up at. Oh, mate, are you tripping? Well, a little bit of jiggery pokery and some sweet talking later, but we've got the spot. Happy days, mate. What a place, can't believe it. Like I say, last time I was up here it was dark and foggy and I couldn't see anything. No way. It's got a right tidy little view. Wow, this is going to be nice to wake up to in the morning. Beautiful. There was another spot down there on the other side of the road, had an equally good view down the other way. We're only a few miles from Ashbourne, 4 or 5. Stunning. Very rarely get to this specific area, but we've got a little bit of light left. Not that that matters. We have something really important we need to try and do. Ah, yes. Right, so I've had this working last night when I was messing about at home and hooked up to my home Wi-Fi. I don't know if it's definitely going to work on a mobile phone signal in the middle of nowhere in Derbyshire. And before we start, I'm going to have to don the porn glasses. There's no choice. It's a 7-inch screen, and the thing with it is, a Toto did offer me a 9 or a 10-inch screen, which would have easily, and I do mean easily, have fit in there. I probably got to fit a 12-inch screen in there, but the idea was to eventually take it out of here and put it in the VW camper van type thing. The only problem with that idea is now, oh my God, this kit I've bought makes it impossible to remove this stereo. There's no way you can get things in to slide it out like you would a normal standard stereo now. I've basically got to take the whole entirety of my car apart to get that stereo out now, because when it clicked in, it had two things that click that way and that way, and they are not accessible anymore unless I cut the shiznick out the thing. That could be an option, but probably not, which means when we go to fit a stereo in the VW, I'm gonna have to think again. But for now, it's a little bit of Xbox. Oh, I hope this works. Right, now let's witness the magic. I know I've got the Xbox app on there, but you can't play on the cloud. I'll basically have to go through a web browser. Right, I appreciate it's a little bit glary for you, but I can tell you, it's not for me. And we're synced up. Oh mate, wait till you see what I'm trying to play. This will be incredible. Might be able to give you a clue with the music in a second. God, so its sound quality is wicked. I've got the standard Ford speakers in there, and the equaliser on there is like a 34-band equaliser or something. I don't know what it's using like on the back of the actual stereo for the music, but it sounds a lot better than my standard Ford did before. Right. Oh my days. How do I get out of Trevor's apartment? No way, look at it. Look, for those of you who have not played it before, I'm a character called Trevor, and he's an absolute psychotic madman. There's two others that are quite nice, but this guy's not. Right, look away now, kids, because this is why this game's rated 18. Oh, one of many reasons, but yep. Time to massacre the civilians. This plays really well. Wow. It's a little glitch here. Oh, just as I said it, look. Go to streaming settings for detailed stats. Wow. But pretty much playable. And I think, really, you've got to be realistic about this. We're playing a really high intense game on there. Something that wasn't quite graphically so intense could play quite smoothly with a half decent phone signal. And the fact that we're sat here playing Xbox over the internet, wow. Wow. What a device, and what an age of technology we're living in. But it's not that great, because if I sit here all night playing that on this car battery, by the time morning comes, my car battery will be flat. So I think I'm going to get set up in the back and maybe cook a little bit of an evening snack, let's say. Wow, 9 o'clock at night and everybody's gone. Just that guy. Totally peaceful and really quiet up here. Oh, I really hope it lasts the whole night. There is actually a couple of other spots around here. One in particular that's got really high ratings and looks fantastic. But I figured we'd save it for another trip and stay here for tonight. I've got to say, I'm a little bit miffed with myself tonight. See, I sort of mentioned I'm going away for about 4 or 5 days on this trip, and normally I would have gone out today and bought all the food for that trip, but for some stupid reason I thought it'd be a good idea to go and do that shopping tomorrow, which means tonight I've basically got next to no food. And I have eaten before I left, but now I'm absolutely Hank Marvin. Oh. And pretty much the only thing we've got is the shitting snack that I want to do for tonight and tomorrow's breakfast. So I'm going to start on tomorrow's breakfast now and do a sneaky little bacon and mushroom sandwich. Oh mate, I'm freaking starving. Who needs a good cooker? We're living the dream. I have actually seen a new cooker in a little discount store in my city called QD, and I was very tempted to get one, but they didn't have them in my colour, so I thought I'd wait. Ah, that did the trick. The belly's happy. But now I've got that craving for an after meal, something sweet, you know. But I've got just the thing. You see, a few weeks ago, I found something in Idler that was fantastic. It was basically cookie dough balls, 6 of them in a pack. Squished them out and you could cook them on the ridge. Well, kind of. It didn't turn out very well, and I actually cut it out the episode where I cooked them. And I looked again for them tonight and I couldn't find them. But after asking one of the kind and very skillful staff in Idler, she directed me to this. Proper. It's like a chocolate loggy tart thing of cookie dough. And then, having shown me where it was, I told her I was going to burn it. So she explained exactly how to cook it. Preheat the oven, cut this into bits, don't squish it down, and then just stick them in the oven for 12 minutes. The thing with it is, I didn't really have the heart to tell her I'll be cooking it on a Ridge Monkey. So she said 12 minutes in the oven. I'm thinking about 5 or 6 on there. Right, I'm not going to squish them down like she said. She said not to. So I'll do what she said. Oh, dang it, a bit of raw stuff's fell off. Oh shit, I didn't time it. Damn it. And no, that's not them. They're still cooking. I'll say cooking. I hope that's what's happening. They look a bit burnt. Or rather, these are the burnt bits that were stuck to the top of the pan, because you guys know what I needed, don't you? And now I do as well. Greaseproof paper. Next time. These will be alright. Bit crunchy, but oh, and a bit black. And they're a definite Instagram special. Ugh. Not living the dream. Burning. Ow. Stop burning. And stop sticking to the pan. Oh, I'm done, they're out. It's supposed to be non-stick. Oh, it's right ruddy stuck. Look at the state of it. Oh, mate. Oh, bloody hell, it hit me in the eye and it's really hot. Oh, crap. I'm going to pull my lights down. Oh, shut up. I think that's the only piece that's not got burnt black stuff on it. To be fair, yeah, that bit's pretty good. Shame about the rest of it. I'm not trying them again. I'm waiting for greaseproof paper. There's no sugar coat in that. Oh, they're disgusting. Ugh. Right, I can't lie. They were genuinely absolutely disgusting. Even saying that though, I did clear the plate because somewhere in there was a bit of chocolate and sugar. But I think for now, is tidy up, get the kettle on, and maybe watch the end of Death in Paradise. It's a repeat from an old one, so it's crap, but yeah, it's a good series. And I think I'll catch you guys in the morning, hopefully with some stunning sunny views around. Morning, and what an absolute spanking day. Look at this area. Beautiful weather this morning. It's spring, but it really feels like summer. It was so warm in the crib last night and this morning, literally sweltering. It was the first time in a very long time I've actually cracked a window while I was sleeping last night. Just needed that fresh air. For now, I thought I'd just wear myself out early morning and hike up a hill. Oh wow, I was coming up here seeing all the yellow and I thought it was going to be a field of rapeseed, but it's just a wild field of daffodils and the little white ones that I can't remember the names. Wow, it looks beautiful. That's weird. Kind of looks like he's farming it or doing something to it. I'm guessing this is some communications tower. It looks like an old 1G terminal or something, doesn't it? I better not get too close. It might fry the few brain cells that I've got left away. Out on the land, tending to it and being in it and living in it. It's a privileged life, isn't it? It's not like you're going to be able to get into farming yourself, but from generations, I guess, all around here. Damn, I bet the guy owns like all the land that we're looking at. Pretty cool. What a stunning spot. My goodness. Wow. Look at my park up. Absolutely perfect. These are the spots that I love. Out in the wilds, away from everything, and no bother. And beautiful surroundings. You can spend a week up here just meandering around to tons of little spots like that. What a place. For now though, I need to start thinking about my next move. I'm going to be spending another day up here, and I think I will just park up here for the day and the night, and then tomorrow I'm hoping to head a little bit further west to pick up this aforementioned T6. Hopefully I'm going to have it for about 4 or 5 days, and I've got a real nice little plan where I'm going to head sort of south to the southwest to a few really great looking spots. I've also, for you regular to the series, had a phone call this morning. The exhaust part for the Severa is on the way, and the brake pads, so when I get back off this trip, that's my first move, getting the Severa sorted, and hopefully in the same few days or that week I'll be able to get an MOT or get it down for an MOT. And then there's the Volkswagen. I've had a word with my mate the other day, and after watching quite a few videos, the CV boot does look like a bit of an arse of a job. But talking to my mate, he seems to think we might be able to get what's called a spreader, which spreads the CV boot apart and you're able to push it over the pole. For you mechanics out there, you'll know what I'm talking about. Basically, there's a big pole that comes out the side of the engine from one end, and the other end is the wheel. The problem is you're dealing with ball bearings and a lot of really nasty little bits that can mess up and not go back into place quite right. So using a spreader to just slide the rubber thing across the pole could be the way to go. I should say though, I haven't had anyone take a proper look at the van yet, so from my limited knowledge, I'm hoping it's the CV boot that's split and nothing else. There's no dripping oil anywhere when it's parked up, so I can only keep my fingers crossed. But once the Severa's done, that's my main focus. I'll be honest, having spent £5,500 on that van, drove it for 2 weeks and then had it sitting on my driveway broken for the past month, that's really pissed me off. I was kind of expecting it, which is a sad thing to say, but because I bought a Volkswagen and all the talk of it, I expected at some point to be fixing a few bits on it, but to be fixing bits on it after 2 weeks of owning it is a real stinger. But it is what it is, and it's one of the reasons I've held on to the other vehicles for now as backup. And we'll deal with it when we get around to it in a few weeks' time. For now, it's time to prioritise on a T6 and a few days away in a van that I'm hoping is going to be fully kitted out the way I want mine to be in the future. But that's all for the next episode. For now, I think this is going to be the best point to end this one, in an amazing, wonderful spot that I'm definitely going to use again, having had a night's play with one of the best pieces of technologies I think I've ever had on the channel. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, all the good stuff, hit the like button, subscribe to keep up with the series, and definitely in the comments, and whatever you're getting up to, take it easy, enjoy the camp, and stay stealthy. All right.